Hello everyone, welcome back to Math 1314, more on math. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 6, Section 1, Systems of Equations. We're going to do the homework problems. Alright, so let's look at the first one. Graph the following systems of equations. Remember, system of equations are any equation, series of equations, two or more of them, have two or more variables. Fortunately, both of these are linear. Use the graphing method is we take both equations, it's -5, and the other one is x minus. We have to get it into slope-intercept form. That's line 2, this is line 1. So we have to solve for y. So subtract x from both sides, so y equals -x minus 5. From Chapter 1, we learned that if the equations have different slopes, that means they're going to have a solution. We have one solution. Let's figure out where that is. So let's graph the first one. At -5, we have a y-intercept. The slope is -1, so it's down 1 over 1. Alright, so let me get a ruler here so I could draw the graph. Yeah, this is where you want to be exact with your graphs, because the better your graph, the more accurate your results are going to be. And the other one is at -6. And its slope is 1, so it's up 1 over 1. So that graph looks like this. So this is line 2, this is line 1. So we're going to see that our intersection is right there. It looks like at -5 and -5.5. So we look that the solution is going to be at -1/2 -5.5. Okay, now this one, let's use substitution. Substitution, we first have two equations. We have to take one equation, solve for a variable. Let's use the first one. Use line 1. And solve for either variable. Doesn't matter which one. Since x is positive, let's get rid of the y. So x is equal to y minus 5. This is our equation from line 1. That's our equation for the value of x. Now what we do with that, since we used line 1 for that one, we have to plug that one into line 2. 2x plus 4y equals -22. We're substituting. Anywhere you see an x, we're substituting y minus 5. So x is y minus 5. And write the rest of the equation down. Now solve for y. Distribute, get rid of the parentheses, so we have 2y minus 10 plus 4y equals -22. 2y plus 4y is 6y. Minus 10 equals -22. Add 10 to both sides. So 6y, 22 is bigger, so it's negative. 22 minus 10 is 12, -12, divided by 6. So y is -2. Now, that's from line 2. Let's see what the x value is. So we know that y is -2 minus 5. So the x value is -7. So our solution is at -7, -2. Let's do it again. Okay. I see two equations. Let's pick a variable. X. I'm going to use line 1. I'm going to solve for X. So I subtract 3y from both sides. X is equal to negative 3y plus 23. So I got that from line 1. So that means I now have to use line 2 to find the other variable. I have 6x plus 8y equals 48. But I know anywhere I see an x, I put a negative 3y plus 23. So negative 3y plus 23 in place of x. Leave everything else alone. Solve for y. So get rid of the parentheses. Positive, negative is a negative. 6 times 3 is 18y. Positive times positive is a positive. 6 times 23 is 138. Plus 8y equals 48. Combine like terms. Negative 18y plus y. 18 is bigger, so it's negative. 18 minus 8 is 10. That takes care of the y's. Plus 138 equals 48. Get rid of the 138. Subtract 138 from both sides. So we have negative 10y. 138 is bigger, so it's negative. 138 minus 48. 138 minus 48. The 8's cancel. So it's negative 90. Change the signs. So 10y equals 90. And divide by 10. So y equals 9. Since y equals 9, I now plug it into this one. I solve for x. So x is equal to negative 3 times 9 plus 23. Negative positive is negative. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 is bigger than 23. It's negative. 27 minus 23 is 4. So that's my point. Negative 4, 9. Alright, let's look at the next one. Number 4. Solve by elimination. Remember, elimination now, we have our two lines. And we have to first pick an equation, pick a variable to get rid of. They have to have the same number in front, but different signs. So I'm going to get rid of the y's. Fortunately, I don't have to do anything. If I just add the two lines together, x plus x is 2x. The y's cancel. 0 plus 4 is 4. Solve for x. Divide by 2, both sides. My value for the x value is 2. Now, since I used both equations, I can pick either of the two equations to solve for the other variable, the y. So let's pick the first one. So anywhere I see an x, I know it equals 2. So solve for y. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y equals negative 2. Let's see if we pick the other one, what would happen? If we pick the other one, x minus y equals 4. Again, we say x is 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. Negative y equals 4 minus 2 is 2. Change the signs. y equals negative. See, you get the same answer. The answer is going to be 2, negative 2. Now choose the correct statement. The system is consistent and the equation is dependent. The system is consistent and the equation's independent. The system is inconsistent. So let's see what that means. Since we have one solution, that means it's consistent. So it has to be one of these two. Now, since, okay, this one, if it's consistent, it's either the same line or 1 point intersection. This is what, if it's dependent, yeah, consistent means it has a solution. Dependent means it's the same line. Independent means that it's only 1 point. So we're B. Inconsistent means they're parallel. In other words, no solutions. Okay. The description of these are on the attachment sheet I put on top of the list that I sent out to y'all. Solve using elimination. So here we have 6x minus 4y equals 3, 3x minus 2y equals 2. So remember, they're using the elimination. So with the elimination method, we have to pick a variable to get rid of. 6, 3, 4. They have to have the same number but different signs. So let's say get rid of the y. I have to have the same number, so I have to multiply this entire equation by 2. And they have different signs. So that's negative. I have to multiply by negative 2. So here's what happens. So the first equation stays the same. That's line 1. This next one, I just multiply by negative 2 across everybody. If I change one, I got to change them all. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x. Negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4y. Negative positive is negative. 2 times 2 is 4. There. Now I have the same number, different signs. But if I add these two lines together, that disappears. So I have 0 equals negative 1. Since that doesn't work, we know that there's, first off, there's no solution because they don't equal. Since there's no solution, it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent and independent. Again, for the description of that, watch the video, the description I sent, the sheets I sent out to y'all. Number 6, solve by elimination method. All right, this one is going to require, so this is 6.1, number 6. 5 over 2x plus 5 over 3y equals 70 over 3. That's line 1. Line 2 is 1 over 4x plus 1 over 3y equals 19 over 6. Not much different here than the stuff we've been doing all along. We have fractions and equals. So what we have to do with these is get rid of the denominators. We have to rewrite the equations. So in the first one, the LCD, we have 5 over 2x plus 5 over 3y equals 70 over 3. Since the denominators are 2 and 3, the LCD is 6. We multiply the LCD to each term. 6, 5 over 2x, 6, 5 over 3y, 6, 70 over 3. Reduce. The 2 goes into 6 3 times. The 3 goes into 6 twice. And the 3 goes into 6 twice. Multiply, so 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 70 is 140. So, and simplify. Simplify. So this is our new equation for line 1. Line 1 is 15x plus 10y equals 140. Do the same thing with the second one. We have 1 over 4x plus 5 over 3y equals 70 over 3. The LCD here is 12. So multiply everybody by 12. 1 over 4x plus 12, 5 over 3y equals 12. What am I doing? I'm doing the second equation. 1 over 4. That's 1 over 3y. So it's 1 over 3y. And 19 over 6 is still 12. So I have 19 over 6. Wow, I was getting confused by myself. So we have 1 over 4x, 1 over 3y, 19 over 6. So multiply by 12 each one of those. Reduce. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So we have 3 times 1x. 3 goes into 12 4 times. So you have 4 times 1y. 6 goes into 12 twice. So we have 2 times 19. Multiply and simplify. 3 times 1 is 3x. 4 times 1 is 4y. 2 times 19 is 38. Here's the second equation. 3x plus 4y equals 38. So these, since we'll use these since they have no fractions in them, it's going to give us the same answer. So let's look at those. We have 15x plus 10y equals 140. 3x plus 4y equals 38. We're using elimination, so let's pick a variable to get rid of. Remember, it has to have the same numbers in front, but different signs. So, I mean, this would be easiest because all I have to do here is multiply by 5. 3 times 5 is 15, but it has to be negative. So I have 15x plus 10y equals 140. That's the top one. Negative times positive is negative. 5 times 3 is 15x. Negative times positive is negative. 5 times 4 is 20. Negative and positive is negative. 5 times 38. So 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 4 is 90. Add those two equations. The 15's cancel. 20 is bigger than 10, so it's negative. 20 minus 10 is 10. 190 is bigger than 40, so it's negative. 190 minus 140 is 50. Change the signs and divide by 10. So the zeros cancel, so y equals 5. Alright, so notice since y equals 5, now I can go back to either one of these two equations. I'll use this one since I cleaned them up. You're not supposed to, but it's easier than those. So I will use the top one because it's got a bunch of straightforward numbers. So I'm using line 1. 15x plus 10y equals 140. And I'm saying that y is 5. So I have 15x plus 10 times 5 equals 140. Solve for x. 10 times 5 is 50. Subtract 50 from both sides. 140 minus 50 is 90 divided by 15. So 15 goes into 90 6 times. So my answer is at 6, 5. Alright, so we learned here that our answer was 6, 5. So does that mean it's consistent or inconsistent? Well, it's got a solution, so it's consistent. Remember, this is no solution, solution. Independent or dependent? One solution, infinite solutions. So it's consistent and independent. Determine whether the following statement is true or false. If the graph of a system of equations is a pair of parallel lines, the system of equations is inconsistent. Inconsistent means no solutions. Yeah, by definition, parallel lines, no solutions equals inconsistent. So it's true. During a 1-month promotional campaign, Franz Flicks gave either a free DVD rental, so we're going to say X's DVD rental, or microwave popcorn to new members. It cost the store $1 for each DVD rental and $2 for popcorn. If 54 new members were signed up and the store's cost of the incentive how much of each was given away? Alright, so let's use a box, a chart here. Okay, this is members. This is DVDs. Popcorn. And cost. Okay, we know we have 54 new members. The cost was a total of $102. So let's say we had X members who got DVD players, or DVDs. So that's $1 times how many people we have there. And that means, since we have X members got DVDs, then 54 minus X got popcorn. So this is $1 per member. This is $2 per the remaining members. Together they have to equal $102. So X plus 2 times 54 minus X equals 102. Alright, so let's get rid of the parentheses. 54 times 2 is 108. So combining terms, 1x minus 2x is negative x. Subtract 108 from both sides. So it's negative x equals 108 minus 102 is 6. Change the signs. So out of the people, X are DVD players. So 6 people got DVDs. That means 54 minus 6 is 48. That means 48 got popcorn. So the free rentals, 6, 48 equals that. It has to equal 54. So there you go. Alright, well that does it for this section. Good luck, everyone.